All right, here we are with the, what is this thing called again? The Epic Hero series. I can never remember the name. I know it's got Hero in it. I forget the Epic. So we have the Epic Hero series. This is Boba Fett. This is Deluxe. I got this through Amazon. There was a couple that went up through Amazon as they were, I don't want to say being announced, but they were popping up when we were seeing them online. If you're paying attention, there were several announced or shown. Boba Fett being one. There's a Darth Maul coming. I can't remember who the rest of them were. Wasn't able to order them all, but I did get a Fett in, and he showed up from Amazon yesterday. So it was in a the terrible Amazon package, not a box, but the little wrapped package. So, but card looks okay. It's a thick enough card. Not that it matters. I'm gonna open it anyway. So let's go ahead and open him up and check him out. I gotta say, Hasbro's been doing more and more of these backgrounds in color. Here we see the throne. I know in the Black series we've been seeing a little bit of it. It's kind of nice to see. Here's our Boba Fett. He looks a little big. I'm betting I'd have to go compare, but these arms look like they might be the same as Paz Vizsla. I could be wrong on that. Although I realized as I was opening him up, we've got this version, or this, for the Book of Boba Fett from in TVC, and here in the Epic Hero, it doesn't have this version of Boba Fett at all. It's Black series, amazingly. They have the earlier version, like the Mandalorian version, but not the one with the different pants and all that, which is interesting. So for all those people who like to keep score on what Black Series has and what TVC has, Black Series has yet to get this, and even the Epic Hero now has this. So it still has the holes in the arms, which I expected, and it's got the hole in the back for a big backpack. His head looks kind of small, but it does remind me of Power of the Force 2 in many ways. He looks a little bit bigger, a little bit buffer. So let's see, if we put this backpack, he's got this gigantic jetpack right here, which fits on there, which would kill him if he tried to carry that around, I'm sure. And it's got a missile, and so, we got a rocket-firing Boba Fett, if nothing else. Look at that, okay. It's not quite as ridiculous as the Power of the Force 2 Deluxe figure that was out many years ago, back in '95. He does have his rifle. Looks fairly basic. It might even be halfway from... what it might be from is maybe the... what's it called? The retro line mold? I don't know. I was thinking, it could be just the straight up TVC mold. And then he's got a wrist launcher right here with the flame coming out, which of course then we can attach right here. Maybe. Let's see. Oh, so fired a missile again. Okay, yeah, right like that. So you can attach it on. And, not a bad figure. It is Boba Fett. Let's see, can he stand up with his giant backpack on? He can. He can balance well on it, so that's pretty good. Most of us probably don't need another Boba Fett. We don't need another Boba Fett in the background. You might just like Boba Fett and want to get another one. But it's definitely not a special figure. But I don't know, if you like behind your action figures, if you like more toyetic figures, which these are much more toyetic, they're not, realistic interpretations like we see with TVC or Black Series. If you want something that's more toy style, that's what you're getting right here. And it's kind of fun. So there we go. That's the Epic Hero series, Boba Fett. Hopefully we'll see these in stores here soon. I know the first wave has been clogging the pegs in most places. Not the best choices for figures out there, but... I don't know. What do you guys think about the Epic Hero series line? Would you like to see more main characters like they seem to be doing? Or maybe sprinkle in some of those like background Cantina characters, for example, or that sort of thing that aren't making it into the TVC line. And we don't necessarily need a fully articulated version of those figures in the TVC line. I mean, if it's just going to be a background character just standing there, we don't need it to have 25 points of articulation. If it has, what are these again? These are just 5, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes. If it's just 5 or maybe a few more, is that so bad? And then we'd still get some of that? I don't know. Some people say yes. Some people are like, no, I've got to have every figure so that it can do yoga and, comes on a vintage card. I'm different. I get it. I like loose figures and I like to add them to my dioramas. I'm like, look, there's this character. That's cool. I mean, the Tonica sisters that are coming with our cantinas next year, do they need to be fully articulated? When we really think about it, when we see them in the cantina scene, what are they doing? They're standing there next to the bar, right? Look back at our Power of the Force 2 Jabba's dancers. they're all set up in a dancing pose, and yeah, it would be nice to put them in different poses, but they're all in a pose that are right out of the movie, and they look fine in dioramas and everything, unless you really needed to have the Adventures of Bristol somewhere or something. But anyway, off of a tangent there, but this is our Epic Hero Series Boba Fett. Look for more as they come. Like I said, Darth Maul's on his way for me. I'll be continuing to pick up this line. I do enjoy it, but we'll see how it goes. So I grabbed my positives just to check, and no, the arms are completely different. There may be the same base somewhere underneath it, but there's plenty of different detail. Up on the shoulder, detail is different. The gauntlet detail is different. And I was like, okay, they're different arms. They just kind of look bigger and buffer on Boba Fett than I thought maybe they were reused, but no, they're not.